Let's start with Mike and Will. I know you guys didn't get to go with Tim, so go ahead.
Spencer, let's talk about that defense just in general and how well it's playing right now. What specifically do you love about this defense right now?
Yeah, there's a couple of things. I'm very proud of our guys. There's obviously still room to grow, and we're taking those steps. But I think first and foremost is how our guys are preparing each week to play these games has been something that we've taken a big step in, Mike. And just seeing our guys from Sunday to kickoff do what it takes to play with the confidence that we're able to now see on the field. That's the biggest thing I'm proud of. There's some things on the field that we're proud of, some things on the field that we obviously need to continue growing and clean up, from the players to the coaches. But how our guys are prepping to play in these games and play with the confidence that's showing up on the field is the biggest thing for me.
Where do you want to get better?
Yeah, there's a laundry list, just like anything. I mean, just because you have a good win as a team doesn't mean there's not a lot to clean up. I mean, the couple of things that we're always going to continue to grow in is just, our urgency in the pre-snap. There's some really good plays of it on Saturday, but being able to communicate quickly from the back end to the front end, if it's fronts, coverages, and then being able to lock into our keys, especially with the offenses we're seeing, that's going to keep us ahead of them and not vice versa. They're trying to create these motions and plays to get us off balance and try to bully us with those things, but we can bring the fight to them if we can communicate in the pre-snap, be on the same page, know where my eyes should be right before the ball snap, and then what is my key telling me. And then at that point, now play fast. I believe our guys are playing fast. I believe they're playing with a relentless mentality, but there's still a lot of room to grow. And there's a lot of things from schematic fits in the game that we need to continue to grow in, and we will, and we're going to take those steps.
Thanks, Will. Or thanks, Spence.
Thanks, Mike.
Hey, Spence, you look at the running attack. What stands out to you about Greg Bell?
Explosive will be the first thing that comes to mind. We watched that with our defense yesterday. We've obviously been studying as a staff, and a ton of respect for what they do on offense, ton of respect. They know who they are. The running backs, specifically Greg Bell, just speaking about him, I think it's one of the best O-lines we've seen all year. They work very well together. They're very physical up front. Where Greg Bell, we've played some really good running backs this year, but where Greg Bell, I think, is special is not only can he make you miss in the hole, if you're wrong, I mean, it's going to go the distance. No one's going to catch it. And he's very explosive. He can also put his foot in the ground and run over you, but he can make you miss in a phone booth. And I know our guys are excited for the challenge, and I think I got a ton of respect for what they do offensively, especially running the football.
After the game on Saturday, Tyreek had a lot of praise for your defensive line. Where have you seen that unit grow most over the last 4 weeks?
Yeah, it's been kind of like to your point, Mike. I mean, it's been cool to see them, really understand what it takes to be successful on game day. It's not just waking up and on game day and getting hyped up and ready to roll. It's what it takes from Sunday to Monday to Tuesday and the practice that you need to get it done. And hats off to our coaches, Coach Miley, Coach Collins, Coach Avalos, working those guys as they've taken huge strides, and seeing them be able to play with the production and play with the mentality we want on game day and see the success. Obviously still room to grow, and there's still even a lot of things from the game that we need to continue to take steps in, but they're starting to see that the work you put in is going to pay off on Saturdays or Friday nights, as long as you continue to prep the way they need to. So proud of those guys, love those guys dearly, and seeing them get the success that they have earned through the work they put in is exciting for me.
Thanks, Spence.
Thanks,
So
Will.
Ron, BJ, Jay.
So, Spence, through this first 7 games of the season, you guys gave up about 196 rushing yards a game. Since the bye week, you guys have really shut teams down. You're giving up less than 100 a game. I mean, I'm curious what changed and what tipped that change. I mean, was there kind of a come to Jesus moment between you and the defense during the bye week?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously a lot of things in that bye week that we had to fix and clean up, from the losses we had to things we did well we needed to build upon, and how to start faster in games. And the list of things we need to clean up going to that bye week was long, and it still is. Like I said, I don't want to just make it because we won the football game and did some really good things on defense. So there's still not a lot we need to grow in, because we do, from the players to the coaches, and we're going to continue to take those steps. I want to be very intentional with starting with that. But from the bye week, just our guys getting back to that competitive mindset that you have to compete in everything you do, and that starts with competing with yourself first. And what time I go to sleep is going to directly affect how I show up the next day and how I'm going to be ready to compete with myself, ready to compete with the guy next to me, so we can help each other grow. We use the term iron sharpens iron, and that's been a huge part of it. And then it's very holistic, from putting these guys in good situation with calls and helping them there, and then obviously them understanding the different checks and adjustments we need to make for the teams we're playing. And then by the time you get to game day, if you've prepped it the right way from your fundamentals and techniques, you're able to go out and execute. And seeing our guys be able to do that at a high level has been exciting to see, and exciting for us to continue to take steps, because we still got room to grow, a lot of room to grow, and we're very diligent to get that done.
San Diego State's got an offense that can really chew up the clock, and they're really good on third down. How important is it going to be for you guys to win on third down this weekend?
It's going to be monstrous. I mean, especially a team like this, not only because of the style of offense we're playing, but who they are from an offensive schematic standpoint. You got to get off the field on third down. You have to. And you give them too many new sets of downs, it's not going to be good for your football team. And our team understands if it's 3rd and 1 to 3rd and long to 4th and 1, whatever it might be, we have to win those situations. We obviously, you guys know, we call them money downs, because you got to win them, and being able to prep our guys and get them ready for those situations is going to be crucial. And they have a lot of different things they're going to throw at you in those situations, those D&Ds, and we'll be ready for them. And then at the end of the day, it's going to come down to winning our one-on-one battles. It's going to be one-on-one across the board, and who's going to win from up front to on the edges. And we're going to prepare this week to win those.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Ron.
What's up, Spencer?
What's up, BJ?
Hey, not much. We've talked about it before, but you guys have played so well on the road, winning at BYU and winning at Fresno, and some of the. I mean, what is it about this team's identity and this group that they just love that challenge of going on the road and playing well?
Yeah, it's been obviously really cool to see how our guys have attacked, the road challenges, wherever it might be. And I think it goes, Coach Avalos does a great job in regards to just the plan and how we're setting these guys up for success on the road, and making sure it's very clear to them. Like, if there is anything that's going on that is not about the mission and winning this game, like, we're not doing it, from whatever it might be, right? Everyone's got their own thing, but for that 36 hours we're in that town, it is on the mission, and it's on the mission only. And that's what we're focused on. And when we're done with that, you're going to take time to enjoy the win, but then it's time to move on to the next opponent. I think being able to go on these road trips and understand that everything we do from when we land to kickoff is a direct correlation to how we're going to play on game day. And it's a direct correlation to how they're personally going to play. And so just keeping them in that locked in mindset, and from whatever it might be, from meetings to how we handle whatever it might be on the road, has been just, if it's not about the mission, we're not going to mess with it one bit, and keeping our guys in that relaxed focus.
And kind of similar question, but with the 9 a.m. kickoff, you guys played at 10, obviously up in Logan, and that worked out pretty well. Obviously, I know you guys practice in the mornings and stuff. What do you think that, you guys didn't have any issue with that? And an hour earlier on the body clocks, on Saturday, what are your thoughts? Just Black Friday, 9 a.m. and just another unique kickoff time.
Yeah, obviously our guys are fired up for the opportunity. It's a huge game for this program. It's a huge game for them too. And so you love those games where you both go into it as a head-to-head matchup where there's so much on the line, especially this late in the year. And that's why you play these games. And so our guys are obviously extremely excited for this game. Our coaching staff's excited for this game, and the prep that we need to on a short week, and especially making it, to your point, BJ, it's really an even shorter week with how early the game is on Friday. And the prep that needs to be done all the way through Thursday night and into the AM on Friday is going to be huge. And just understanding, we've been very upfront with our players and even our coaching staff on what this is going to take to get it done on Friday morning, because it is going to be a little bit different. Things are going to happen fast on game day. And so just having a really good plan for our guys, from the travel to when we get there to how we're going to activate them, those things. And our coaching staff, Coach Avalos, our strength coach, have a great plan to make sure when it's time to kick that ball off down there in LA, we're going to be ready to roll. But just keeping our guys locked in, understanding the challenge at hand is going to be first and foremost for us. And they do. And they obviously know how good San Diego State is, not only offensively, but on both sides of the ball. And we are excited for the challenge. And we're going to prep to make sure we're ready to go.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, BJ.
How you doing, Spence?
What's up, Jay?
I'm good, man. I'm good. If you look at this matchup, I mean, you guys have the 9th ranked scoring defense in the country in the month of November. On the season, San Diego State's 10th. You guys are 11th. Both good at stopping the run. I mean, this is such a roll up your sleeve. Who is the tougher opponent? Who can be more physical type of matchup? As a defensive guy, how much do you embrace these types of matchups?
Oh, fired up for it, Jay. Fired up for it. And especially just for our guys, you know, from it's week 13 of the season, game 12, and just, you know, they've been through so many different things, good, bad, all these different things we've had to grow in. We obviously continue to grow in, but being able to have this matchup where you're playing an elite team that has done a phenomenal job this season, a 10-win team, and have everything on the line for them and for us is awesome. You know, just as a college football fan in general, it's going to be an awesome game to watch. And obviously as a defensive guy and knowing who they are, I'm fired up for our guys. And our guys are too. I mean, these are those matchups that you can't wait to kick the ball off on Friday morning and just have our guys go out and get in the fight. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that I can't wait to have our guys go hunting Friday morning. And I know San Diego State will be ready, but I can promise you this, we'll be ready too.
One more for me. I asked him the same thing. Spirit of the holiday. What are you thankful for?
Oh man, we could be here. We could be here all day, Jay. You know, I am. I'm obviously just so. Yeah, I mean, you guys
We're
got
on a time limit.
you guys got 45 minutes. No, and I don't say that lightly. I mean, I think for me, and not to make this a long answer, Jay, but you know, I think gratitude and being thankful is just such a huge part to life. You know, and it's lost so much because of, you know, that you're in the hustle and bustle and you're focused on so many different things, especially as a coach, and you guys are extremely busy. You get focused on so many different things and you lose sight of the things that you can be so grateful for. You know, when I pray in the morning, my first thing I thank the Lord for is thank you, Lord, for waking me up again. You know, at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that doesn't happen to, you know, but I'm just so thankful. I mean, you guys know how much I love this place and I'm so thankful to work here. I'm thankful to be around these kids. And I told, you know, a couple of our seniors on, you know, Saturday night, just, you know, tears in my eyes, just how thankful I am for them, you know, because they've impacted me in so many ways. I've learned so much from them. So thankful for these players and thankful to be in a place where we can be around great people. Because I know a lot of guys in whatever line of work they aren't that blessed to be around great people on a day-to-day basis. And so I'm thankful for this place. And I'm obviously very thankful for my family. Our little Eleanor is about 11 months. And she went to the doctors a couple of weeks ago and she was in the 90th percentile for weight, but she's also the 20th percentile for height. So you guys can kind of get the picture that we're growing here. So I'm fired up for that to keep rolling, man. But I know a lot of things I'm thankful, man. Thankful for you guys and to be in this with you guys. So like I said, we can keep going all the way till night, but I appreciate you guys a lot.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Jay.
Paul J, I can get to you for one if you've got something. Oh, you might have left. Hold on. He's go. Okay, Bob, you're back. So I got time for one question for Spencer.
All right, Spencer, when you look at what San Diego State has done offensively this year, what is their biggest thing that they do? Is there a particular running play? Is there a particular scheme that they've used that have gashed people for the most yards?
Yeah, one of the top things they do offensively is essentially a version of outside zone, stretch. You know, people call it different things. And they have a very physical line up front, but they're also extremely athletic, similar to BYU in regards to that. And they got the tailbacks that can press it to the front side of outside zone, but they can also make that hot cut in the C gap. And you see a ton of explosive runs from all the tailbacks, but obviously especially Greg Bell on run stretch. They have different run schemes off it. They have different gap schemes and different things, but that would be the top run play they have, and they're extremely good at it. And they do a great job of mixing it up from formations to where they're running it. And once again, with who they are offensively, it's not something that you're going to tackle for 7 yards. You're going to be lucky to get it down, you know, with how explosive these tailbacks are. And so getting our guys ready to roll and understanding the challenge at hand is crucial.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
Spencer, appreciate the time on the short week.
Appreciate you guys, man. Have a good rest of your day. Happy Thanksgiving.